What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the first time. My name is Brent. I'm watching Babylon 5 for the first time. You guys are here to hang out with me for the next 45 minutes or so. Today, watching Season 4, Episode 14, Moments of Transition. My prediction last week, this episode was going to be about the Minbari Civil War heating up. Unlike Jeff, I still think Naroon is a bad guy. I think he's a dirty, rotten double-crosser. And I think he and Delenn are going to work to reform the Great Council. But Naroon is going to somehow weasel his way into leadership of the Great Council as opposed to Delenn, whom it should be. And basically, they're going to then seize control of the Minbari government. That's where I think this episode's going. I don't know. We'll find out here in just a few minutes. Jeff seems to think that this is the episode where the Minbari Civil War is going to wrap up. I think it's probably going to take a couple more episodes, but I certainly understand why this might be a shorter plot than, you know, say the Narn Centauri war. It could be shorter than that. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. Please, while you guys are here, like, subscribe to this video. If you like what we do here at Babylon 5 for the first time, please share and let your friends know all about this video. And as always, please, no spoilers down in the comments below, because I haven't seen anything past this. Anything past this for me is pure conjecture. So that's what we're trying to get into. Let's get into this episode, Moments of Transition, while I make this transition.
Yeah. So what's the job?
Another package will be arriving on Babylon 5 later today.
What's inside?
Nothing dangerous, explosive, or illegal. That was our agreement.
All right. Upload the data and I'll get on it.
Have you received anything new from Ambassador Delenn since she landed?
Negative, Captain.
He's worried. Okay, now see, this looks like a Minbar that has been jacked up and destroyed. This just looks like Minbar at night.
I should tell you, we just received word from the leader of the warrior caste. If we don't surrender by tomorrow, for the good of our people, he will end the war by destroying the city and everyone in it.
Wow. They are going to finish this in one episode. Wow. Okay. All right. So they're getting there. They're getting into it, man. They're gonna make this one happen. Ostensibly, Sheridan's worried about his girl, and Mr. Eggers is Charlie from Charlie's Angels. I get that. Garibaldi needs not ask questions. Listen, when you're in his line of work, you don't need to know what's in that box. You just move it. Do your job, get paid, get out. All right, let's find out what's going on. By the way, the Garibaldi thing, might be the most interesting thing to me, because it really seems like he's just being a jerk, but we know he was captured by Psychor. They brainwashed him, something activated in him, and we don't know what. And it's really hard to tell what is Garibaldi and what is the new programming. Is this new Garibaldi a part of that programming? Is something else going on? What is going on with Garibaldi? That's what I really want to know. But also, Minbari Civil War seems like a neat. Yeah, that's great for Civil War. See, it seems like an interesting episode. Let's go.
I understand the religious caste is most upset with you.
This guy looks like
That is to be
Ducat.
expected.
They were always naive.
That looks like
They're
him.
failing from the beginning.
I do wonder, though, about the cost.
As far as those who died, I feel for them as much as you do. But we all die, Naroon. Only the timing varies. If we go to war, it should be for practical gains.
Is it wrong to value life?
Life and death are simply two possible consequences, both equal, neither valued nor feared above the other. You should rest. You've done well, Naroon.
Naroon has this look about him, like he's doing the work of his boss. He's doing the work of his caste. He's a double agent because that's what he's supposed to do. But as he's watching his leader and he's hearing, frankly, these awful things that his leader's saying, there's only life and death, and that's the only possible outcomes, or those are only two possible outcomes of a situation. Like, that's stupid. You know, like, we should value life. We're not to fear death, but we want to live. And Naroon seems to be questioning that. Didn't Jeff say something about Naroon leaving the warrior caste and becoming religious? Maybe. But Naroon's kind of in that spot like a Veer right now. Maybe even Londo, when he was watching the shadows, going, I don't think this is the right thing to be a part of. That's what Naroon looks like right now to me. Let's find out what happens.
There's a rumor going around that you're working for William Edgar's.
The client list is confidential.
So what does a guy like him want with you?
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. You know, I work hard, I'm honest.
I'm getting packages past customs. Is that honest, Michael?
Yeah, it's about as honest and lawful as breaking away from Earth Alliance, taking over military equipment, starting our own little empire out here. You know what, Zach? If you got a problem, why don't you take a peek in the mirror? Don't bother me, okay?
Yeah, you know, the idea of it was a popularized term, whataboutism. Anytime someone points out something that you're not doing right, you go, well, what about that guy over there? Well, what about this? Well, what about that? You're turning it around rather than answering for your own issues. You're pointing out to all the other folks who aren't doing right by the same way. And listen, it doesn't matter what's going on with those other folks. I'm talking to you. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm talking to you. What are you doing that's wrong? Garibaldi knows he's wrong. He's turning it around on Zach, and that's low. That's absolutely low.
I want your body.
What? Are you out of your mind?
I don't want it now, Lita. Just when you're not using it anymore.
And she's dead.
You're passing. Lita, we both know you've been altered. I don't know how, but I think I know by whom. Vorlons gave you more than just enhanced abilities. They've given every telepath a chance to be more than what they are. That secret dies with you. It's a waste.
You know, one of the things Jeff and I have been harping on here lately as we kind of get towards the end of the series is one of the things we'd always heard was that nothing goes to waste. JMS always comes back and pays stuff off. One of the things that I've been conscious of in that is the whole Jason Ironheart, I think was his name. Talia's old boyfriend, right? The guy that like ascended. I think what we're seeing here is that Psychor has been trying their hardest to elevate telepaths, and basically they failed up to this point, and so now they want Lita to do it. So I appreciate where this particular plot piece is coming from in a way that you couldn't if you didn't understand the Ironheart situation, the breeding program that we heard about with Talia and her ex-husband Stoner, and along with the telepaths from down below. Maybe that even was the impetus for their joining up with the Shadows while they get the rogue telepaths and try to amp them up. But here's a telepath whose abilities have been way boosted. I'm really curious to know what her abilities have been boosted to. I don't think they've ever told us that. All right, let's keep going.
Tell the warrior caste that we are prepared to surrender at a time and place of their choosing.
But
tell them, Lanier. Just tell them.
She doesn't feel like she's up to anything. This just feels like plot.
Of Starfury pilots sent to conduct raids against Proxima.
I feel like something more should be happening here.
Once we've accepted their surrender, what shall we do about Delenn?
Once we have restored peace, she will return to Babylon 5. I believe we can guarantee that her ship will never reach its destination.
That's not surprising at all.
Gonna be much.
Well, Mr. Garibaldi.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I heard you'd retired, but I didn't believe it.
Why? You looking to hire somebody to find out what happened to your personality?
Sadly, you're no longer worth my attention.
He scanned you.
I feel like Bester's scanning everybody.
Just stay out of my head!
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you have? Why are you doing this to me? Talk to me! Come on, let me go! He scanned me!
hi.
Get him, Zach. Get him. Get him.
Now we step out into the light of a new day. Now
I hear a wait a minute coming on.
The Great Council into a Warriors' Council.
Excuse me.
There it is.
I said that we surrendered. I did not say that we gave up our sovereign rights. We recognize the superior forces of the warrior caste. This is where we chose our leaders before Valen.
This is a violation of...
It is the tradition of our people. We are willing to endure the Starfire wheel. The warrior caste will not do the same. And you are not fit to lead.
That's pretty cool.
This is madness! I refuse!
You said that a warrior does not fear death, Shakiri. Why then are you afraid, Shakiri? Have you put your own importance above our people? Who do you speak for? And what are you willing to do?
I'm going to double down on what I said earlier about Naroon. Is he's warrior caste. He is all about what they've got going on. He also recognizes when stuff's not right, and he's just called this dude Shakiri on the carpet in front of everybody. And Naroon's going to seize control of the warrior caste over this dude Shakiri and become the Shy Elite or whatever he is. Yeah, this is good. I like where this is going. I still don't like the fact that they really didn't do much with the whole Intel Za with the respect between Delenn and Naroon. I kind of want to go back and watch last week again in light of this one now. We'll do that on the rewatch. All right, let's go. There's no way that this guy's beating Delenn in this. He's going to jump in and he's like, ouch, it hurts. Delenn looks like she's in zero pain.
Why does she not come out? She's making her point for all our people.
No! Get it, Naroon. Go rescue her. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
I was born warrior caste, but I see now the calling of my heart is religion.
Hey, did I say that? Is he dying? Did Naroon just get it? Did I just say that Naroon was going to switch cast? I mean, for 10 seconds, but still. Or was it Jeff who said that he was going to switch cast? I remember thinking about that he was going to switch cast.
This damn Mike, what?
Good morning, Mr. Garibaldi.
Mr. Edgars, you gotta stop.
I understand you've just hired a telepath. You're to fire her effective immediately.
Why?
I do not trust telepaths.
The serum that you've been working on is supposed to help telepaths. So if you don't want to help them, why the hell would you?
He's trying to off the telepaths, isn't he? That's what that serum's about. He's trying to get rid of them, right?
Personal log. Bester, Al, August 3rd, 2261. By provoking Mr. Garibaldi, I put him even further at odds with his former associates, and further on the path I need him to follow.
Is Bester involved with the whole Garibaldi thing? Bester's in the Garibaldi situation.
Let us get this over with.
She does look like she's a little singed. She's a little bit like me, actually. You know, she's got a little bit of sun on her. Are we reforming the Great Council?
Today, we rebuild what was broken.
Yeah!
Today,
I got that.
We restore the Grey Council.
There we go.
I summoned the 9, as Valen called them together long ago. The religious caste and the warrior caste will advise and counsel. We will serve as is proper. Religion and war must act in the service of the people, not the other way around. And this place.
This is exactly what Jeff and I were talking about in last week's episode. I mean, to a T, like this is exactly what we were saying was in all of human history, when the religious elite and the military elite rise and begin to rule, bad things happen. But when the people lead, the majority lead, because the religious is supposed to serve the majority, the military is supposed to serve the majority, let the people lead. When the people are in control, that's when things are good. Oh, I can't believe they did this. It's exactly what we were talking about.
Come. Sorry, I was in the...
Bastards! Those cold-hearted rat bastards!
Susan?
Here, this was recorded by a transport bringing relief supplies to Proxima 3. They were carrying the sick and the wounded from where President Clark's been hitting them.
This madness has gone on long enough. This stops, and it stops now. You tell the others, starting right now. We fight back, and we fight back hard.
I thought you were looking for some
We
other
just
way to
ended the
fire
Minbari Civil War, now we're starting this war.
orders.
Any crew that executes an order like that is guilty of war crimes, and they deserve whatever they get. Now, we're riding in, Susan. We'll never slow down, and we won't stop. No, we're going after the colonies, then Mars, and then Earth. And God help anybody who gets in our way.
That's the plan. Colonies, Mars, then Earth. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Okay, this was a good episode. This is a really, really good episode. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I was concerned about the whole Delenn stuff because right up until the little light came shining down, right up until she was like, not so fast, it didn't seem like anything was really happening outside of just she's being taken along by the plot. You know, it didn't seem like she was affecting everything, and then she turns it around and that whole deal. It was fantastic. It's fantastic storytelling. storytelling. It went exactly the way that any reader, any movie watcher would expect it to go, and it fulfilled. It set up expectations and it fulfilled. It's great TV. Bester coming in really seems like a very minimal side plot, but something's there. And I didn't know he had something to do with Garibaldi. And now we know that he is intimately involved with what's going on with Garibaldi. And that's a big piece. But we just ended the Minbari Civil War, and now we're starting this war. Like, this is it. We're on. Earth is on. Like, we got to go get the colonies, and then we're on to Mars, and then we're on to Earth. And what do we have? This is episode 14. We've got 7 episodes left. Here we go. We started with 6 episodes at the beginning. Now here we are with 7 episodes. Bam, let's get it. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Hey, you guys make sure you join us on Monday when Jeff and I get together. We're going to deep dive into this episode. And I'm sure this is going to be a big episode for us. I'm sure, unless Jeff just comes and like, actually, I didn't like this episode at all, which I don't know how he could have done that, because just a good episode. All right, I'm going to get out of here. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for joining me this week. I'll talk to you later. And until then, bye, guys.